Hey everybody, Joshua Phillips here with Churchill Mortgage coming to you with a market update. Today is October the 25th. We are almost into November. That's crazy. And wanted to give you an update. So I didn't do an update last week because honestly, there just hasn't been much happening. Certainly not good news, but want to keep you informed of what is going on with mortgage rates. Here's the thing. Mortgage rates are in the doghouse. I mean, there's just no way around it. It is not good news. If that's all you watch, you've gotten the basic message here. But I am going to go a little deeper on some charts if you want to nerd out with me on some mortgage-backed security charts. That's what we're looking at right here is a mortgage-backed security chart. As I often say, every professional loan officer in America has this up on their screen, on their computer every day. We're paying attention to it and seeing what's happening because this is where mortgage rates derive their value. Now, all you really need to know in tracking this is that green is good. You haven't seen much green lately. Red is bad. And the higher the security price is, the better mortgage rates are doing. And of course, obviously, the lower the security price is, the worse mortgage rates are doing. Now, we had this wonderful run. This is a 90-day. We're going to take a look at some longer-term charts right here. But we peaked, as we talked about in the last update, we peaked on the day of the Fed cutting the Fed fund rate, September the 17th. And it's been pretty much nothing but bad news ever since then. I know that's like contrary, you think, oh my gosh, the Fed cut the Fed fund rate. And we'll talk a little bit about that. But since then, we have fallen off a cliff. And we've lost anywhere from, depending on the mortgage product and situation, anywhere from 0.5% to maybe even as much as 1% in interest rate over the last 5 weeks or so. Now, again, this is a 90-day chart where we can clearly see that we've basically retraced all the way back to where we were 90 days ago with pricing. Let's go ahead and just pull it all the way out to a 1-year chart. All right, so here's a 1-year chart. Now, we can clearly see that, mortgage-backed securities were much worse a year ago. That's, October was when rates peaked at over 8%. And we've had this nice run earlier into January this year. And then when things kind of faded, and then, man, things got better than ever. And we were sitting there with interest rates at the best levels they've been at least a couple of years. And but then we've fallen back off. Now, for some perspective, we're better than where we were in the spring when rates kind of had gone up. We're better than we were a year ago for sure. And just for fun, let's pull out here just a 2-year chart here real quick. All right, so there we go. So we had that V shape where rates just got worse and worse until October, right about a year ago. And then we've had that nice improvement, and then we've fallen off again. So what do you do about it? Well, and why is it happening? So let's address the why first. Well, I don't know if there's any great answer that I have. I think a lot of it has to do with just expectations about future Fed cuts. Since the Fed cut, we've seen some strong economic reports. We've seen a little bit more inflation. And, 5 weeks ago, we were thinking, the Fed's going to cut another 0.5% in November and maybe another 0.25% in December. So we had a lot of expectation. The market did. And now we're like, I don't know what the Fed's going to cut at all the rest of this year. There may even be some slight talk about, maybe raising back up. So, I mean, it's just been a little bit of a change. Fed Chairman Powell always says, hey, my decisions are based on the latest information. And the latest information has been good economic news, which is unfortunately not really what we want for mortgage rates to get better. Now, I will say this. I always say the silver lining right now is that we are in a time, what I would call the best buyer's market, if you're looking to buy a home in the last 5 years, because there's not a lot of buyers out there. A lot of people are spooked by the interest rates. And if you're in a position to make a purchase, you're probably going to get a pretty good deal. For the first time in years, you're going to maybe see the prices coming down. You're going to see the seller paying closing costs. So I would advise you, if you're in position, to really give it some thought this winter, because I do believe this will be the best time to buy. When we get to next spring and summer, home prices are going to be going up, and fuel may be added to the fire if rates do improve. Now, we still believe and hope that rates will come down. It's just not happening. in the way or nearly as fast as we want to. If you're looking to refinance, and I'm sending this to a lot of my clients for the last couple of years, if you're looking to refinance, I think you're going to have to wait it out. When we were kind of getting about to the point where it really started to make sense, things flipped. And, I don't think that we missed much of an opportunity for most of you. I think we needed rates to be a little better than even where they were. So we needed things to get a little bit better. And I think we would have been in a great position to refinance. We just didn't quite get there, and then rates have gone up. So I think we just need to be patient. I think we'll have an opportunity next year for sure. And or I say for sure, who knows? But hopefully. And of course, we do have the election coming up in just a few days. I have no idea what that's going to do to mortgage rates, but that's something we'll obviously be keeping an eye on. I will say, in 2016, we thought that when Trump was elected, rates were going to get better. They actually got worse. It's just impossible to predict what's going to happen. So hang in there. I am hanging in there onto this roller coaster as we've seen this jump in interest rates in the last month. And we'll hope for something better. And if you do want to go ahead and jump in now, feel free to call me. I'm happy to have a conversation with you about interest rates for you personally, about purchasing strategies, about, if you feel like you really need to get a refinance done, we can certainly talk about that as well. And feel free to go ahead and work on a pre-approval if you like. All right, take care. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.